We are refurbishing this hotel for the next year. You'll have to look somewhere else, mate. Um, so I was completely fucked there. And it's the start of things to come. So I had to find somewhere else. But that's on the other end of the spectrum. So, yeah, staying there, then we meet all these CONTIKI people, the group that we were going with. And I really don't like socializing with strangers and people most of the time. I'm introverted. I don't give a shit about most things people talk about. That's just me. I, I find it almost sickening to try and talk to some people. The level of stupidity they have. I can't have a conversation about the Kardashians or, whatever you're doing at fucking uni. I don't give a shit. So all these young kids, I don't know, I guess the age range was around early 20s, mid 30s, I think. But they're all talking about shit could not care about. So we were off to a good start. I don't make friends very easily. So I just hung out with my friend most of the time. I was scoping people out, seeing who I might be able to have a friendship with, or who I can buddy up with. So yeah, we were told we were leaving the next day. We met each other for about an hour, then had to sleep. And then this was my first nightmare thing of CONTIKI. It's almost like being in the military. You have to get up at fucking 5 a.m. every day, or some shit, to get ready to have breakfast and everything by 7:30. Then they rush you onto a bus. And then you've got to find your seat, and this happens every day, pretty much. So we set off on our long journey from London all the way down to, or wherever it is, the cliffs of Dover. And we got on a ferry, and this is where the problem starts. I think it was the germ part, if you pardon the pun, of where things were going to go bad. We were on the top of this ferry, on the top, whatever you call it, deck, and we're just looking overboard, watching the cliffs fade away, and all of a sudden this fucking prick next to us, this old geezer, or Frenchman or whatever, he sneezes, but he doesn't cover his mouth. So all his fucking snot flies through the air and lands on all of us. And all his spit and all his snot. And we're just mortified. Not when I say all, there was 50 people in our group. There was probably me, my friend, and maybe someone else who probably didn't notice. So we all ran for the toilets, washed our faces, everything. I had to buy a new t-shirt on board. I bought a Guinness t-shirt or something. So that was the thing that come. There's no chance of having a shower or anything, because we were off into Paris in an hour, literally. So there's never any time to do anything at your own leisure. So there was that. I just had to put that out of my mind. So then we got to Paris. I think I'll go through each place we went to and the negative things that happened there. That's probably easier and faster if I just do that. But the Contiki coach was already starting. The guy was already starting to get on my nerves. He was some New Zealand gimp, and his motto was like, "Oh, we've got this sausage dog up front, guys, and you just have to go with. If you have problems, mate, you go like the sausage dog. The sausage dog just keeps on waddling," some shit like that. And his term was like, "I may look relaxed and like I'm doing nothing, but I'm like a duck. Underneath the water, I am paddling away like a hell, man." It's hard to do his accent. But anyway, yeah, so we got into Paris. I'll say now that it's not the most romantic city on earth. Looks like it's been scorched by earth and then overrun by, derelicts. They really need to clean that place up. There are some nice places, but on the whole, it was covered in graffiti. All the grass was dead around the Eiffel Tower. People spat everywhere. People trying to rob you and selling you fake shit, and you're just trying to enjoy yourself. They must have radars built into them, like they know who the tourists are. I guess if they see anyone with a camera in their hand, they just go straight for them. So the first bad thing that happened via Contiki was my friend, we got really drunk the night before. That was a good night. It was my birthday, so I didn't care. We got really trashed. Went home at 4 a.m, had to get up at 6. We left Paris, and somehow he had left his camera in the room that he had just shot all the footage from the Eiffel Tower and everything. And the whole day before, we were walking around filming everything, and he lost his video camera. And he was really angry about it, and he asked the Contiki guy, the guide, and he just said, yeah, bro, we'll sort something out. We'll find out for you. I've got to go chat up these girls. So, my friend had to wait. He trusted this guide. So nothing much happened for the next few days. We went through the France wine region and all that shit. On the third night or something, my friend got really depressed because it was hard socializing with these people. Some of them cut away into groups, and then they wouldn't associate with you if you were left behind. That was the first instinct that I got from people, that I would rather do things by myself. So most of the trip, I try to do things by myself. There is a thing with Contiki, they kind of give you 8 hours or something during the day. You can explore by yourself, but a lot of it is regimented, and you have to go around and do what they do, their activities. So if you can't guess my attitude towards Contiki, right now I pretty much fucking hated the whole thing. If Contiki are willing to pay me to do this again, sure, go ahead. But you can't really sue me because I'm just expressing my opinion, and it's just like a review, basically. I can say whatever I want. This is freedom of speech. I am reviewing a product, and the product wasn't the best. I paid my money, I bought it, I'm entitled, it's my only experience now. So what I am talking about is it's in my head. I lived it, so it's in my head. I own this memory. So I am talking about a memory. I'm not really talking about a company I'm talking about an experience. So don't try and fiddle me around here, because I know when I'm being fucked. Obviously, I didn't know when I was on CONTIKI, but yeah. After a while, my friend kept badgering the driver, the guide, and he kind of just dismissed my friend and said, "Well, yeah, we'll get a hold of the hotel in Paris, but yeah, I wouldn't hold out much luck for that camera." So you kind of know you're dealing with a bunch of idiots. And in Paris, I guess the cleaners are entitled to whatever's left in the room. Yeah. Thank God it wasn't mine, because I'd probably go back there and burn the place down. But my friend is very blasé about losing things. So, oh yeah, my friend trashed the room in the, what do you call it? The chateau, but we called it the shitto. My friend got really angry and he started drinking red wine because there was nothing else to do. And then he was on the top bunk and he was drinking all this red wine. The red wine went everywhere. And then he spilled all red wine on the guy we were bunking with in his bed. He spilled, it looks like someone had been murdered in the bed. And the guy that we were rooming with, he was just absolutely furious, as you can imagine. So let's skip ahead. Where were we next? I think we were heading to Italy. Nice first, and we went to Monte Carlo. Pretty uneventful stuff. A lot of driving around, bits of being stuck in a bus. Got to Rome. Florence was nice. Another funny story, it's a bit of a side note, but my friend needed he wanted to download a movie like RoboCop or something because he was really bored. We were staying in this trailer trash kind of region of, it's a trailer park, pretty much, was one of the accommodations. This is another thing with CONTIKI. They describe the places that you are staying in as not the absolute shithole, but it's like a 3-star hotel, I guess they say. And then you get there and it's fucking the electricity is pulled out of the wall and it's touching the bed. So many other things. I think in Venice, we couldn't actually stay in Venice, but the solution was we were staying in this trailer park next to one of the canals, and you could see like a refinery or something in the background. Yeah, it was like staying. I don't know. That's what they've got, I guess. So all things were good so far until I think we got to Rome, and the guide, sorry, he said, if you want to stay out late, that's okay. There's a bus service that goes to this camp that we were staying at, 7 Hills or something, that was located about an hour's walk from this bus station that he dropped us off at, and then we took a train into Rome. But yeah, me and this other guy wanted to stay out. I made one good friend on this whole trip, and he was really nice. And he was like interested in the same things I was, like savoring the city, the smells, the food, everything. That's what I was glad I found him. And we walked around Rome a bit at night and then made our way back to the train station where we were meant to take a shuttle bus back to our camp. And